y'all could just switch it.
Yeah, no, that's good. Either way, you know, that is nice that they was facing each other.
Oh, yeah, I could have did that, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
I already did. I was going to try to see what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Screaming at each other. But nah, I had to think about something a little small.
Oh no, yeah, because see, Wimby, he was a little bit, you know, on edge last night, showing his fire. So that's a good look. Yeah,
That's probably more realistic.
That'll be good. It's too loud.
You hear it?
You turn it off. It's too loud.
You know, black people get hot.
No, leave it off.
Welcome back to another episode of Knicks Morning Coffee. I'm your boy Joe Cool with my partner Mr. King.
Yep.
We got Breezy B in the house. Kids Corner is back. You hear me? How y'all feeling today?
Same way everybody else is feeling. We waiting to get it on.
I know, right? It's like almost anxiety again.
Nah, yeah, it's time. I heard a good quote the other day. Somebody said about the Knicks and these playoffs. And they said, "We didn't come this far to come this far." I like that. Like meaning we came here to win. We didn't just come this far just to be in a championship. We came here to win it. See, y'all gotta step your game up. Y'all gotta be subliminal. We didn't come this far to come this far. We didn't come this far to come this far. Like,
that's
crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, but what we got? Might as well jump in it.
Getting right to it. Listen, we got the Knicks versus Spurs. As we know, this happened again in 1999. So history repeats itself, or is this going to be like a what if moment for us? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely no what if. This ain't this is not.
What I say about what if, like, you know how you go back in the day, you know, all my Marvel fans out there, you go back in time, and if you can change stuff, like what if the Knicks win in 99? You know what I mean? This is not only a what if, this is a rematch, so to say. Like, this is that feeling of I don't even know, big versus small.
Well, I'm gonna say my what if for a different segment. You're right, but everybody feeling good about it, us going into this series. And the first thing when somebody asked me yesterday how I felt about the matchups, and my thing was, like, we have precision veterans. Everybody's precise in what they do, and then they got like these spunky young guns. So that clash is gonna be good. Like the Knicks, we putting out a product that okay, nobody want to say don't go hanging a banner right now out of disrespecting the Spurs. But there's no fear here. Not in the fact that because we beat them 3 times, it's because we match up. And really, they're the highest seed, but they got to match up to us too. And when can the Knicks ever really say that about a series? I don't recall a time when you go into something this special, and Vegas might have you as a slight underdog, but players on each team, I don't think nobody thinks that they actually the favorite.
Which is weird because when we played the Spurs the first time, you know what I mean, we had the same team in the cup. And now we're playing them again with a slightly better team and more gel put together team.
Yeah. And
so the fact that Vegas even has us as the underdogs, or people has us as the underdogs, speak to like the Knicks fans and the Knicks team as a whole of they keep doubting us and we keep showing them time after time like this is a different Knicks era.
Yeah, but until we win, because it's all history with us. It's always wait till next year. But now next year is finally here. So now it's no more wait till next year. Next year is here. You at the championship. It's 50-50 for both teams to win it. So Vegas just took the high road, I think, and all those other that put them slightly ahead of us. Now coming game time, we don't know what it might be. It might change, but as a few days ago, they had the Spurs or OKC ahead of the Knicks, slightly ahead of the Knicks. So
And I don't know why, because this Spurs team is another one of these teams where this is not going to be like a foul match like the Sixers. We get in foul trouble. They constantly going to the line. We would have had to deal with that with Shea. This is more so of who's going to get out on the run first, who's going to play better defense. Spurs are going to be tired. They're going to be emotionally drained. They're not going to have time to deal with the Knicks. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, because the Knicks and Spurs, we have a lot of the same similarities, right? We both have a big man that we rely on our big men, right? We both are like 3-and-D players, you know, except that our D players are a little bit better than theirs. You know, we both play like 5 wide out, right? Keep the paint open, let guys be able to penetrate. We have a whole lot of the same similarities in the way we play. And I believe that, I know it's Wemby versus Brunson, but really it's Wemby versus Cat. And Wemby may get a few more points than Cat, but they could cancel each other out in most of the series. So that means the one advantage we got that they don't got is that we got Jalen Brunson and they don't. You know, so as great as Castle and all of them are, OG and McHale and them, they could be as effective in their role. But they have Wemby, but we got Cat. So that to me could slightly give you the edge. And then you're trying to really say it without even trying to even be arrogant about it. You're just trying to say that with all things being equal, our edge on defense and our edge on more experienced players should bode well for us. And then you throw in clutch player of the year last year. That's something that they just don't got. So I don't even feel so arrogant that we just going to go out and win it. I just feel like, why not? Like in this case, why not us? You know?
I mean, it's going to be a tough one for the Spurs. I'm gonna just skip ahead on my sheet real quick, and I'm gonna say the league changes. You know what I mean? After this series, whoever wins, the league is gonna now forever change after this. After that performance Towns put on for the past couple of playoff games of him, facilitating, and then you got Wemby that dominates the ball as if he was like the 2 guard or something. Teams are now going to probably now shift to, now we need that big that can do more, that can do a lot more. You know what I mean? Wemby, Towns, Jokic.
So you're saying,
and then we can add Giannis. Giannis probably going to go back to that old formula of maybe he brings the ball down like a train. You know what I mean? Jokic, they already got that set in place. Now how we build around players that are good enough for where Jokic can dish them the ball and they can get the job done, like a Towns and a Wembanyama.
Yeah, but that's weird. Well, for teams to try to match what Wemby's doing is going to be hard because he clearly plays like a guard. Like even Giannis may go down like a freight train, but there's no playmaking when he's coast to coast. He's just grabbing and he's gone. You know, 2-3 dribbles, 1 Euro step, he at the basket. But that's not like Wemby. But I understand what you're saying about the big man. The big man got to do more. I understand that.
I mean, back in the day, the big man dominated, especially in that 1999 era. When you talk about Tim Duncan, he dominates in the paint. When you talk about when Shaq was winning, he dominates in the paint. I know I was mentioning Hakeem Olajuwon back in the day. They dominate a different way. Today's NBA, me and the homie was talking about it, I think they was arguing about positionless basketball and how it is today. This is exactly what it is today. The big men necessarily don't got to be in the paint. And now it drives us crazy as Knicks fans. And all around the world, when you see Towns up there by the 3-point line and you want them further down on the box. But sometimes dominating is the impact on the court. Yeah, I can go in that box, but when I get it up here, the guard feels more comfortable for some reason giving it to the big man by the 3-point line than the box. And then we see things, a big man sees things different from up there. It's almost like he's looking down at the court where everybody else is cutting through traffic.
Yeah, and that works when that's part of the game plan.
And when they can shoot. It's hard to deal with.
Yeah, but as long as guys know where to be when the big man got the ball, that's when it works. But, you know, it reminded me of when you said the positionless basketball, and nobody really agreed when Coach Fizdale was trying to say that when we first got him to coach the Knicks. He kept talking about positionless basketball, and we didn't want to hear that. We wanted our big down low. We wanted our big to be able to shoot the 3, which the Knicks, until really Cat and Porzingis, never really bought into that. So yeah, the league will. If, either way, right? If the Spurs win, the league do slightly change. But then the offset, if the Spurs win, because you can offset what Wemby is doing, you get a real lengthy 6'9" power forward if you have to, a 6'10", and then you can still go with the regular 7-foot center, because a lot of Wemby's game is down low. Like even Cat may go outside, but we know what Cat could do down low. Wemby haven't totally showed us that if he had to go down in the paint for stretches, now of course he could probably do it because he has the footwork, but he hasn't shown us that. He's always his career is gonna be out on the perimeter.
And listen, Cat, if Wemby get down there and he got the upper hand, let him score. Don't even get in foul trouble. There is no point in getting in foul trouble. Just let him score. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like the same thing with Cleveland. This prepped us. One guy ain't gonna be able to beat us.
Nope.
As good as the other guy, I think the other guys are, one guy can't beat us.
No.
If he's scoring down there and we going the other way, so be it.
Yeah, we got,
you know what I mean? Then two, the bench. Clearly, they don't got a better bench than what Cleveland had. OKC had. Like, I think the better bench was what, maybe the Sixers?
All these series, the Sixers had a
I don't know which team had the better, but none of these teams got a better bench than the Knicks. The Knicks bench looked like another starting five.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with the playoffs, they're not taking out certain superstars.
Yeah.
When Brunson come out, Towns don't come out. When Towns come out, Brunson don't come out. Then you got your other two people that were starters. You got OG, which is probably a number 2 or 3 scoring person on their teams, and Mikal, which was a number 1 on his team, which now he's showing promise now that he got his rhythm going. So now it's a long day for the Spurs, a long emotional day. They was already crying. They just went to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, our benches was gonna. Cause this would remind me of yesterday when you speaking of the bench, and then I had to think about who I was going to talk about. And I think first, before I get to the names, I think one of the things that helped us with our bench is that the Knicks had finally figured out, and to help us advance in the playoffs, our veteran that we would always bring in every year, we finally figured out how to use that veteran. So when you think about Elfrid Payton, wasn't great, gave us some good moments, but definitely wasn't great. Alec Burke, we leaned on him a lot, but it wasn't enough. DeLon Wright, Cameron Payne, right? So now with Clarkson, Shamet, and then you even got to throw in Alvarado, we finally figure out where to put that veteran and how it can be useful to us to help us advance. Whereas before, we was getting those veterans, they really was just a roster spot because we wasn't, other than Burke, and really Burke too, because we gave him more responsibility than he probably should have had. But we never used that veteran for what he really was supposed to do. He was always just a filler. And now we're seeing what Shamet can do for you. We're seeing what Clarkson can do for you. And they're getting real opportunities. Alvarado might not be getting a whole lot of minutes, but when he's in there, he's getting real opportunities. He got the green light to shoot it, to succeed. And that only bodes well to help us to say that the Knicks have finally gotten it. Now, will it take us all the way 4 more games? That's yet to be seen. But it has been figured out for us and our management and our coaching staff what it was going to take. Because look at 10 guys get in every game, right, in the playoffs. That would have, and I'm definitely not throwing no shade on Tibbs, but that would have never happened under Tibbs. There's no way in hell 10 guys would have got in the playoff game, other than blowout. Count blowouts, that's different. But we got 10 guys playing, and some of the meaningful minutes for some of them might be 6-7 points, but it's meaningful 6-7 points. Alvarado, he'll get a meaningful 4-minute stretch here and a 4-minute stretch there and help you. Clarkson will get his time, and when he got it rolling, and there's only going to be moments because we still got Brunson and them guys. But the Knicks have figured out now how to use those veterans that we bring in either the full season or half a season to help us win. And all that lines up, like when they say when your stars line up, all that lines your stars up to continue to have a successful playoffs.
Yeah, I'm proud the way Landry Shamet is shooting the ball. He's not hesitating. He's letting it fly.
Yeah.
Teams are leaving him open because they're worried about the other threats on the court. Josh Hart, the strategy is not going to work. Notice he shot 5 for 10 and then turn around, shoot 10 for 20.
Yeah.
You leave him open, he's going to hit half of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it's what happens, he's having a good shooting night. They ain't in trouble.
Fly.
Let it fly.
But you know my theory with Josh Hart, especially early in the game, you got to shoot it anyway. If that's the rhythm of the shot in the play, because we're a good offensive rebounding team. So when you don't shoot it, you mess up the other guys. You know, Hart and Mitch, they go for all those rebounds. And in some cases, they may anticipate you missing. So by you holding it, waiting for somebody to come open on a swing, you kind of throwing off the offense. So you got to put that ball up. You have to.
And then getting into it, history repeating itself. We almost had a scare. Mitch's injury broke his finger. They wouldn't tell us how. But he had mobility in it. It seemed like he's gonna play. Come to start. I think he had the surgery already, so it must have not been that bad. I think you was telling me they're gonna put like a splint and tie them together.
Yeah, according to Shams, first Shams reported Mitch had surgery. He's out indefinitely. Then this morning he reports Mitch had surgery, but he's gonna play and it's the pinky. I don't know if it's a shooting hand or non-shooting hand, but I'm really not as concerned. If it's not painful, I'm really not concerned about that. Because he doesn't shoot the ball, of course, but I remember in 1984 playing against Isaiah Thomas Pistons, Bernard King sprains his finger and had to get a splint. They put two together, and he has the best shooting game he's ever had. You know what I'm saying? Mitch don't shoot the ball. As long as he can rebound and dunk the ball on the rim without pain, then it's not going to affect us.
But it might make him play better because now you're conscious of how hard you're trying to dunk the ball. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Mitch is trying to be flashy down there.
Yeah.
But he might just get the easy bucket.
And it could affect the way you go for a block.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I said when you say history repeats itself, if he was out of the series, then remember 99, we're talking about Patrick Ewing was out of the series. So who's to say the what if how it would have went? Now they had David Robinson and Tim Duncan, but Patrick Ewing would have bode well, a healthy Patrick in that series. You know, it didn't remind me of the story from our co-host Breed the other week about the Knicks curse. Is it finally over? Well, if one of your star players get hurt and can't play in the series, then they be like, oh man, you know, even though this team is built to sustain an injury. I don't know how, you don't want to go into a series without all your best players. And I don't want the Spurs to go into the series without all their best players. You know, let's throw the ball up and make the best team win, but you want everybody to be at full strength. Now, once the season go on, the series go on and you get hurt, that's on you. But you don't want those naysayers at the end of it, because nobody remembers really who got hurt during the series. They only remember who was too hurt to play in the series. So y'all get y'all best 10, we got our best 10, let's go. So I feel good about it. But yeah, that's the only way to me history could have repeated itself if one of our main guys would have been out.
Yeah, I think we on go time. History repeat itself might have been the wrong choice of words, but with Mitch being out, sometimes I feel like it's dangerous for the other teams because, my theory, when young guys or people on the bench got to play, that's a hell of a time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now you got to prove yourself, and they got energy.
Yeah.
And they trying to. So Alvarado playing, if Brunson gets to sit and rest, that's a hard day for the Spurs because Alvarado's on go time.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And to the Spurs' credit, they got similar guys.
OG is on go. He been here before. OG been here before.
Yeah, because Monica McNutt, I was watching the show. She was on yesterday on SNY, and they asked her the question about, they saying that the Knicks are here because of the weak East, and whatever her answer was, because to me it didn't matter when people say that, because if you want to try and say that the East is weak, then to me, why didn't one of the regulars be there? If the East is so weak, then why Boston or Milwaukee, the teams that are regularly there, then why aren't they there? Why isn't Detroit, who led the East all season long, why weren't they there? We there because we beat who was in front of us. We did what we had to do. So I don't want to hear all that talk about no weak East. from nobody because, excuse me, the teams that we played in the East, we had to battle them teams year in and year out this year. And even though we swept teams in the playoffs, it still wasn't easy. We had to stick to a game plan, and guys had to be like Bree say, guys had to be on go time, be locked in, and that's what we was. We was locked in. Well, so they ain't got nothing to do with no weak East.
Well, you have to be locked in because the weak East narrative doesn't make no sense. And let me try to explain how I'm thinking of it. When I go look at the Western Conference Finals, right? I mean Western Conference and how it ended. This is every year with the West. It's almost like Vegas already knows who's going to be the top guys, and then they got a couple people that sneak in.
Yeah.
So Thunder and Spurs are the two teams that's fighting for the Western Conference Finals, right? Well, that just ended. Thunder ended with 64 wins. Spurs ended with 62 wins. That was the two hardest teams that you could have faced in the West. Now, you would have threw the Nuggets in there because Jokic was a MVP candidate for multiple years, and they're going to stay at the top. Lakers wasn't even picked to be this high. And then down the list, right? Everybody got 50 wins, 40 wins. Now, if I go to the Eastern Conference, other than the Pistons with 60 wins, everybody in the Eastern Conference is neck and neck. What's harder to y'all? That every night is a hard game?
Yeah.
Or if you're not facing the two best teams on your conference, every night you could just basically beat the team that you're supposed to beat. I don't know how that, if anybody want to interject on that. If you're in the comments, hit that comment, say you here. You know what I mean? Tell us if you're going to be Knicks in 6, 5, 4. You know what I mean? Let us know.
Are we going to get into a prediction at the end of the game? Right now, I don't got one. I don't have a prediction.
My prediction is selfish. I need them to do it in 5 or less so I can go to the parade. You feel me? But I want to really know what y'all think about that with the Eastern Conference. Eastern Conference to me is the hardest.
Yeah, and it's
they had the Pistons being one of the best teams, even though on paper, if you don't like other than Cade Cunningham, who you really talking about? You just talking about the team in general and how good they played for the past couple of years. Celtics, Jason Tatum was in there all year, but it's the Celtics, right? You got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Then you had the Knicks, which we thought was going to be good, but y'all had them 4-5 or 5-6, right? Cleveland, Harden get there. You got Donovan Mitchell. Y'all thought that was a hard team. The Raptors, y'all thought had promise. The Hawks, y'all like the young team. The Sixers went healthy, right? The Magic with Paolo Banchero, y'all thought that was a good team. I'm running down the whole list. Bucks, who would have thought Giannis and them were going to fold like that? The Heat gave problems in the playing.
Yeah, it's a cop out. It's always a cop out when, and it seemed like somebody said the other day for a different reason. Every time the Knicks is about to do something, they always move the goalposts. First we couldn't beat in the first round. Leading up to, well, it doesn't matter what happens, you're not going to get past Detroit. It's always something, and then you can't beat the Spurs, who we beat 3 times this year. They're not saying the Spurs are going to give you a hard game. They're saying you can't beat the Spurs. Well, I'm not taking nothing from the Spurs and what they bring to the table. I respect that. They young, they hungry, and they getting after it. We got more seasoned guys, so that's going to make it a fist fight right there. But the big brother ain't laying down to the little brother. Little brother gonna have to come take it. Spurs got history on their side, but them guys didn't play in that history. So they got to get off that thing about the East. Just like in '99, when they thought the Knicks maybe could go there and win before Patrick got hurt. It was not going to count because it's the lockout season. It's always something when it's us. So
and just J Cash, salute. You speaking my language. You know what I mean? He said Spurs had it easy. You know what I mean? He said then we did Portland, hurt Minnesota team, OKC with no J-Dub, AJ Mitchell.
Oh, see?
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even when we not even getting into the ball handlers, because OKC, they good. They're the reigning champ. They got the same team. They number 1 in the Western Conference, and they got there, and the Spurs had to work to beat them.
Yep.
Now, we can get into other things later about they not getting the calls they usually get, because I noticed that for the past 2 games. All them ticky-tack fouls that I thought they was going to get, I didn't see them. So now maybe they put us on notice that or somebody put the NBA on notice that this is happening and they got to stop it. I don't know if it's Jaylen Brown. Remember when he complained, he said, yo, they got a name on the board and they say this person gets this and that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We believe that to be true all year long, but neither here or there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how that makes the Western Conference harder or way harder than it is. I just wanted to put that to rest for me because
the West has always had a reputation of that. But it's just still it come down to the players who are playing right now. Like we always know because you can tell by the All-Star team, the West always got the giants and we always got the little guys. So they always look like they're the better conference. But man for man this year, you can't really say that. And they still got good guys in there. They got Luka, LeBron, KD. They got the people in their conference still, but not for this. We were destined to do the things that we did to get here, and for people to try to take away from that, it's almost like a shame. I looked something Gilbert Arenas said yesterday, which I didn't necessarily agree with it, even though we finally got shown some love. Gil said that, make no mistake about it, whoever the Knicks play between the two in the West, the Knicks are the team that's going to drive the ratings. And I don't necessarily agree with that because, Wemby has become must-see TV. But it's just nice to find that somebody finally showing the Knicks some love and saying it out loud. You know how Perk, for 2 years, Perk been saying it out loud. Rather he believed it or not, he believed in Big Body Brunson, and he rode that. And to hear people like Gil and them, people who always show the Knicks hate, but because it's easy to hate the Knicks. People made a living off of it, rather they hate us or not. But nobody never wanted to say publicly how good we are.
I mean, it is a collective effort, but like you said, with Wemby being who he is, I wanted to watch Wemby all year long, even though those games came on late. And then you got the Knicks. If the Knicks ain't winning and the Knicks is bad, nobody talking about the NBA. This is the first time I think everybody was tuned into the NBA from the Cup to the All-Star game till now.
It's always like that.
You know what I mean? You got for lack of a better word, you got women that don't watch the NBA all year long, that now want to tune into every game, know the players, know the team, know the stats, have the update, Jalen Brunson jerseys. This ain't never happened.
Look, let me give you
my mama watching the game.
No, I said don't count on it. But let me give you a crazy stat too, that when the Knicks is doing good, I saw a stat the other day. It says since the Knicks started winning in the playoffs this year, it might be crazy, but this is what it said. Crime in New York City went down 87%.
I don't know.
Because people are watching the game. Now, these are during Knick game hours.
Okay.
But still, there's no crime going down 87%. No way. But for 2-3 hours, that just goes to show that, and you see it too, when you're in New York especially, but I'm sure it's everywhere when your city team is winning. People are nicer. More people are talking to each other, doing people you never even deal with. All of a sudden, walking by, it's like a different energy.
I'm cool, but it's the most I talk to the most strangers in my life.
Yeah, and that's how it is.
It's almost like we are family for the next until this thing is over, or maybe till the next season. We are family.
When the Knicks are winning, it's hot topic. Anywhere in the world, when the Knicks are winning, it brings people together, rather they for or against. It brings it out, and people start to have a different type of dialogue and different things. So. We in it this year. We in it to win it. And when you got to believe, with respect to the Spurs, they're the Western Conference champions, but we ain't here just to be here.
Well, speaking of in it to win it, you know who's gonna win it regardless?
Oh yeah,
Jeremy Sochan.
That's crazy.
So I'm on the internet, scrolling Instagram, doing what I do, and then I find out Jeremy Sochan, no matter, because he was on the Spurs for 20-something games.
Had to be more than 20.
Well, that's what I think that guy said. He said like 20-something games. Then went to the Knicks and signed with the Knicks. So the fact that he was with the Spurs,
I know, but is that even fair? Like,
do you even want that ring if you lose?
Oh no, you'll take it because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna remember how you got it. But now, that could be a poll. Like, is it fair though?
And I feel like he played on the Spurs though, so I could say, can he say he contributed to some of them wins before he left?
But he did his thing. I mean, he came off the bench. I think he might have started some part of the season, and he guarded the perimeter, very well. Like they had a use for him when they played him. But then he got relegated back to the bench. But to me, that's just weird. I remember years ago, I don't know the scenario, somebody had the same thing. I can necessarily say I like that. Now, if you're not on the roster, for some people, they got cut or whatever it was, but they was there enough and they get the ring, but I don't know.
Well, if they're saying he left, I don't think he should get it. I'm not trying to hit on the boy, but
didn't he get traded to us or picked off? How we got him?
I think he just came.
I know, but I mean, still, like
once respect and fear the Knicks.
Once you go to if you're playing in the finals against the team that you came from that's in the finals, I don't know if that's fair or not. I don't know what the league rules that because that was the case. If I'm a player at the end of a bench, and my team might get there, and I can get traded to a team that's probably gonna be there, so people start making them moves.
Okay. So we got a Spurs fan in the house. I don't want to mess his name up, so I'm just gonna say Mo. You know what I mean? But he said he's a Spurs fan. He respects the Knicks. As we do, we respect the Spurs. Respect them young guys.
Yeah, salute.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I like the Spurs, but right now I gotta hate them.
Yeah.
So I respect them. I gotta hate them.
And they got Harper. They got a Jersey guy on their team. So I rooted for Harper all year long. And I'm glad he's getting his due.
The group chat was going crazy over the Spurs last night.
But
I was rooting for them last night. I wanted them to win. I wanted to see Wemby. I do like Wemby. I've been saying this ever since he got to the league. I said, I think that dude's gonna be different.
Yeah.
He said Sochan asked to leave. Carter Bryant took Sochan's spot, job, so that makes sense.
Yeah, they stopped playing him. Because even me, I didn't root for the Spurs last night because I thought they would be the easier opponent for us. I rooted for them for some of the people that's on their team. And I thought the Knicks Spurs would be more of an exciting series.
Yeah, I wanted to see that because they said we're breaking all the rules right now. You know what I mean? Knicks doesn't make it to the finals. They lay an egg, Eastern Conference Finals every time, right? Whoever makes the tournament, it doesn't mean nothing. But it sure does give you a barometer of where you think these teams are going to land.
Yeah.
As of right now, what just happened? You know what I mean? So now it's Knicks versus Spurs again. So this is like a rematch.
Yeah, you couldn't have script that because it doesn't mean winning the play-in. That's just a morale for your team in your city. It don't mean nothing. It kind of gives you like the player who got the guts when anytime it's elimination type of a scenario. And then we did that. If we didn't win it, it wouldn't have changed nothing for us this season. But I just think that playing the Spurs, I think more people was gonna tune in. For one, you want to see Wemby. You love the way their young guys get out and run. But again, our veterans are going to be up for the task, and we can run also. So it's going to be a fun series. I'm hoping to win. My man from Spurs, appreciate you coming in, but it's going to be a battle. And look, good luck to both,
and excited.
Good luck to both. So,
now question. I'm asking y'all, not the Spurs fan. I know y'all gonna be mad. But do we hang that NBA Cup banner if we get this ring? When we start, you wanna?
I'm just gonna say the part yes.
Yeah,
we get the ring.
I think
we hang it like it's an Eastern Conference Final banner. Because the Knicks they hang those sometime. Now, if you win, you hang it because now you deserve to hang it.
You said Mikal Bridges is a Spurs killer.
Oh yeah, somebody say that.
Nah, I don't think he's a Spurs killer.
What was his numbers against the Spurs? Anybody got his numbers against the Spurs?
I think the problem is that even us as Knicks fans, we sleep on Mikal, right? I did. My boy, if he's gonna see this, I said Mikal is not really there for the scoring. To me, you know what I mean? I think they know what he's capable of, you know what I mean? But he can't take over a game as he used to, how he did on the Nets. He can't do
You don't
that.
think he could?
I'm talking about
think he could.
No, I'm talking about with Brunson dominating the ball, and Cat dominating the ball. He can't really do that every game.
No, he would have to be asked to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's different.
So he's showing it now. He's there to be consistent in defense. You know what I mean? So yeah, we even sleep on him in that sense. Yeah. Right. So now the past couple of games, when you got to deal with Brunson, right, and you got to deal with Towns, you ain't even thinking about Mikal and OG. but he say he cooks us. But I think that's why he cooks y'all. You know what I mean? Like them young guys, they looking at Brunson like, oh, he's the guy. Because Spurs are still young. You know what I mean? As good as that coach is, Pop ain't there. He might be upstairs and saying something in the air.
Yeah, because young guys go by. Whoever the coach draw up on that board, most young guys usually their mindset is on that. We got to stop Brunson from doing this. We got to stop Towns from doing that. And they'll sneak in somebody else every now and then. But remember, real old-fashioned teams, they scout every team, every scenario. Even if somebody only come in the last 2 minutes of the game to hit a three, they scout all of that. But young guys they don't want to hear all that. Okay, I'll follow the game plan to stop the stars. And yeah, so that's probably then if he was cooking y'all, that definitely would be one of the reasons that he's not paid attention to. But y'all have guys like Vessel and all, y'all got guys that play like him. But Mikel is a little bit more attention to detail on defense. That would be the difference. And that comes with veteranship, So I'm looking for a good series. And I don't want to just say may the best team win. I want to say everybody go into the series healthy, and then you play your game. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was OKC, my mindset would have been different because I didn't want to see the league try to protect Shea. But as you've seen in this series, they wasn't trying to protect him. You didn't get away with all that flopping. Now Brunson won't get away with it probably in this series either. But all that elbow flopping, every time Shea go to the hole, he push off. As great as he is. So Towns don't get away with it. So nobody got to get away with it now. Let's go out and play ball. Even that stuff with the refs, a week or two ago with the AI next year to make crucial calls. I don't like that. I don't like it. The ref make a mistake, then the ref just make a damn mistake. That's why y'all got the we all call in and I don't want no AI making crucial calls in games. It's just the game is come too flawed, too robotic.
Or maybe you got to rotate the refs to have fresh eyes. I don't know. On the court.
I mean, in this life of prize picks and FanDuel and all, and so I don't do that. But in the life of all those things, you don't know who. Yeah, the league, the rules might be refs can't bet, but they can have somebody bet for them. And if they can decide the outcome of a game, that's already bad enough. Once Vegas got involved, that's one of the reasons why I mainly don't do it. And I think I know enough that I might can pick a parlay. But it's just that if I start doing that, especially ones when there's other teams, then I'm not watching the game the same way no more. I'm just worrying about, making my parlay or making my picks, whatever the hell that is. So I stay away from it, but I think I would do pretty well in, nobody never knows. You never know. But if I got something simple like Brunson getting 26 assists, hell, I bet that. Shit, it's be so simple now. But a referee is only human. But when you start giving it to AI and all that, it's going to take the humanness out of the game.
And a whole bunch of stops.
Well, yeah, because sometimes a referee will let a call go because I'm riding you all the way down the court. And, right? So then, and I'm the offensive player. And then at the end, I get fouled. The ref will say, I didn't call him that. You've been pushing him all the way down the court. Like moving him off you. So AI ain't going to see that. He's just going to see the foul at the end. And they're going to start messing up the game. And key players start getting kicked out of the game or in foul trouble and got to sit.
Yeah, and you said All-Star Spurs is a whole different team than the Knicks face in the Cup. I wouldn't say a whole different team. They're probably a better gel together, smarter team, a grown-up team. But the Knicks is going to be a whole different team than what they face. Not a Mitchell Robinson every other game kind of team. Not a Brunson dominating the ball all game kind of team. Team with Jose Alvarado now on the team. A team with now Jeremy Sochan on the team. You know what I mean? So you can give insight on who can do what. You're also facing a team that now Towns is facilitating a lot of the offense. He wasn't dealing with that back then. You know what I mean? So
this
like I said, They sleeping on the Knicks. You saying Knicks in 6? William Nelson, but I agree. This is a whole different. They got a whole different mentality, and now it's. I'm still a Knicks fan that be scared to just talk confident. Because I talk confident even when they was losing, but this team is a scary team. Like this, this is a team that they should be praising instead of trying to downplay it. You know what I mean, for the ratings.
Yeah, I'll go back to the question of the Spurs being a different team. Khalid, I'll go back because you look at when you say I didn't see enough of the Spurs to see how much they changed from because to me they was playing good. Even though we beat them every game, Castle, all their guys was playing very well. Now Harper has gotten better and finishing more games. Corbett has played more of a role, especially last night. He played more of a role coming off the bench. So yeah, y'all have gotten better. I haven't seen enough, but I know for a fact the Knicks have gotten better because even with the change with Cat, taking Brunson off the ball, and then we finding out how the change came about on the Knicks was that I think it was a Chris Gent Towns in practice was telling the assistant coach he would like to be off the ball making plays. The assistant coach go to Brown and say maybe we should use Towns this way. So that would be twofold for me. One, Town probably was just venting, meaning like to say, if you're not going to use me for my skill set this way, at least use me. I'm paraphrasing. At least use me for my skill set the other way. And then for not just for the assistant coach to be able to go to the coach. Brown, we know he said he listens to everybody. But for the coach to actually, unless he already wanted to do it, for the coach to actually make that move and put Towns up top and still take Brunson off the ball. That's a bold move to make towards the end of a season.
But that also is probably, and if that's how it happened,
that means, backfires.
I mean, for that as it happens means that this team actually likes each other.
It don't have to mean that.
I'm talking about, so how does that conversation go with Brunson? Brunson kind of got okay.
He said he went to Brunson and Brunson okayed it, but
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Brunson type of guy, how do you not okay it? You know what I'm saying? You don't got Kobe. Look, when they go to Carmelo, or when Jeremy Lin go to the Lakers and you go to Kobe and you say that same no, they know. They ain't running through nothing. Running through me. He'll get his shot. So some superstars, no, they don't want to hear that because you taking away my my game. You taking away my money. You taking away. So the fact that they went to Brunson said and did the only thing he could have said and did. And that was, coach, whatever you think it takes to win. You almost have to say that. And for no other reason, stuff leaks in New York. For no other reason. So you don't want to end up being bad guy and say, oh, no. Well, it made us a better team. And it had to be something that the coach probably already saw because and he's going to always get credit for making the adjustments. But that's a major adjustment late in the season.
So, I would definitely give him all the credit because that's always my complaint. Yeah. If a player does something well or a player wants to change something, why not try it? This is the game.
Yeah.
No,
you can't say why not. Why not
try it? I'm talking about as a player.
Yeah, late in the season.
A player that is a star. So I'm not talking about the regular player that's sitting on the bench that wants to try something, or if the superstar is saying it and you actually put it in motion, it's different. Yeah,
that's a credit to the coach.
Normally we hear
credit to the player.
We hear players go, the coach say whatever on the bench, and they get on the court, and then be like, we ain't doing that.
or they get in the press conference and say, I don't know, you got to ask the coach. But Brunson didn't do none of that. He took the high road. And it worked out for both of them. And it worked out for the Knicks. So, kudos to all three involved and the assistant coach who had the guts to go to the coach. But that just held true to what Brown said in his press conference. I'm going to listen to my assistant coaches and my players. And he's proven that. So, and I like too at the end of the game when we won to see him dancing around with Fat Joe. Fat Joe said it must be the shoes. And he's like, so he showed his human side. That's what we need. We would have never got that out of Tiz. And we know that is a part of Tiz, but we would have never seen it. And it just tells the players they want to go fight for you a little bit harder for that.
And Tibbs' stubbornness shows. And now it shows even more that Brown is willing to make changes and sacrifices and listen to players and coaches.
Well, if they win, to me, Tibbs will be forever linked to this team if they win. The same way Mark Jackson is forever linked to Golden State when they won. Who's to say that next year Golden State don't win anyway with Mark Jackson? Now, Steve Kerr came in and made two crucial moves to David Lee and Iguodala out of starting lineup for Draymond Green and Harrison Barnes. Mark probably wouldn't have did that. He probably been loyal to the veteran. So Brown come in and he said, okay, in the playoffs, 10 guys are still going to get in the game. Yeah, he still tightened his rotation because Alvarado and Clarkson, they don't get as many minutes, but they still get in the game to rest the other guys and use their skill set for when they're in there.
Yeah, and I forgot last year with Tibbs, I know Towns wanted to play the 4, and when Mitch came back, said send him to the 5. Brown didn't make that change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He kept it how it was.
Didn't for a stretch they played both? Yeah.
I think he tried it and then took it back.
Yeah, but he did it for a stretch though. Yeah, because you need more offense. We got to a point where we needed more offense.
And then due to foul trouble, remember we were using Diawara, but that's why we like Diawara so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What up, Cameron? What up, family?
Cam.
Really watching from North Carolina. Y'all should have knew that. Go Knicks.
We got North Carolina in the house. Okay.
She told me to say go hard, but they try. Come on now.
What happened?
Come on, who trash? Don't come over here with that. We got anything else on them?
What we got next? I saw something too with two things. One, Mark Cuban started his mess again, talking about Brunson and what happened, that whole scenario, that he felt he was done wrong when Brunson came to the Knicks. And then Brunson say his side now, and it made way more sense that when it came time, Brunson was in his 4th year. It was coming time for his contract to be up. And he wanted to have a contract laid out before the season or early in the season. And Brown, he didn't hear nothing. So Brown go on somebody's show and say they're not worried about that in a sense because we can pay Brunson the most money. So, okay, Brunson hears that. Then he say, okay, what we got? So they just throw some little numbers at him, but it was still going to be a negotiation. So he said that I don't want to have a distraction during the season. But I want to do something before the trade deadline. So then the Cavs throw out another number that he would have lived with. And when he was ready to try to at least negotiate again to take it, he didn't hear nothing. He said it was crickets. So now he said, okay, when they get to, then Luka gets hurt. And then he's already down. He has a better season, moving forward in that season, doing like 20-6. So now he wanted to do a little bit more of a negotiation because now I'm not the same player y'all offered this money to. But then the trade deadline come along. He still don't hear nothing. He's like, what's up? I don't hear nothing. And then all of a sudden he started hearing whispers after the trade deadline about New York. And I'm from Jersey and I could be an hour and a half away from my home. Then it started making more sense. And this probably, and then remember the Knicks had to pay something for what they call tampering because the father did get the job. But I thought he got off easy because him and Leon Rose, the father, they were friends. They wasn't just, these were two guys that was buddies and from the same area, in a sense. So Brunson now in his mind, he already got to where I'm leaving. Now I'm gonna finish the season, do what I got to do. But I asked, y'all didn't say nothing. Y'all negotiated in silence, and I got a chance to go home. I'm going home. So now Mark Cuban, you don't do nothing. But now when Brunson leave, then you come out with, we were gonna offer him this much money, but he never gave us a chance. No, you don't play with somebody when they about to go home, if they could go home. And we're gonna be in that same scenario this summer with Mitch. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know nobody who loved Mitch more than I do. And I'm sure there's some people out there. But if I'm Mitch, I go home. No, I ain't no love in that. No, I love. Listen, he's a born Knick. We drafted him. We kept him all these years. But Mitch, as a lifelong Knick fan, I'm gonna tell you, if you got a chance to go home for more money, or it ain't got to be more, go home, because the league don't value us like that. You know, certain players you can say that about, and I'm saying that for Mitch. You can't just keep taking pay cuts. Remember, Brunson said, "I already sacrificed. So I hope when my time comes, the Knicks are going to take care of me." He already said that. And if he get a whiff that you ain't, and he'll get a whiff because the father will ask Leon off the record, and then, you know, Papa Brunson will say, "Listen, they're only going to offer you this much." At some point, you got to get your money, because we love our team. We want to keep what we keep, but the league teams don't value you that way. If they can get something for you or something better, or keep shortchanging you, they will keep doing it. You got to get your money at some point. And Mitch, he already gave us 2 contracts that he didn't have to. And he did it because he was hurt a lot. And I feel like the fan base stuck by me. But Mitch, if you got a chance to go get your money, I hope we could pay you, because I've seen things where they said Mitch is coming back to the Knicks, and I would be the happiest person. But I want him to come back with his money. Get yours, because you did your job. With your injuries and without your injuries, you ain't never complained. They never used you the way you felt you wanted to be used. That's their right as a coach. But now you got to get your money. You know?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. Then the other thing too, I've seen him, and this goes back to the curse question a week or two ago. And there's Charles Oakley. And you know how much the Knicks fan base loved Charles Oakley. But, you know, come on. At some point you got to stop, because now he's back out here again, going on shows bashing Patrick, right? Because they asked him, which is a legitimate question, all the former Knicks that meant anything to the Knicks are at the games. And do you want, why, and whatever the suspension you had from the Garden had been lifted. And he said, would you go back? And then he says, I would love to go back home, but you got to be loved. If James Dolan is willing to let you back in the building, go. Don't worry about him. Go there with your former team. But he felt nobody on the team stood up for him, and mostly he picked on Patrick as the leader. That would happen to me. Nobody stuck up for me. Nobody came to my defense. He said that other players called me that wasn't on the Knicks. You know, Jordan, Pippen, you know, people like that. But you gotta, to me right now, the best time to come back. And if you're not gonna come back, then on your own, go to a viewing party, because the fans will love it. If you're missing, you're the missing piece of the veterans that come back, of the alumni. But you got to get off that kick of what Ewing didn't do for you. You say Ewing didn't do nothing for y'all doing when y'all was playing together. You say he was selfish. Okay, so then get over that part. He didn't speak up for you during times when you were playing. He didn't speak up for you now when you gotten suspended. Okay, get over that and get back in for the fan base.
Yeah, what does it matter now? Because if the fans love you, what does it matter what your teammates did? Your players is playing with 100 different teammates,
and he
throughout their
know
career.
the fans, and he know the fans.
The fans love you. What does it matter if your colleagues don't, or the people that do the business don't? It doesn't matter anymore. You know what I mean? And on top of that, y'all didn't win. So now in hindsight, it shows that this is why y'all didn't win. Y'all can't even get along.
Nah, I don't know if that's true.
It probably ain't,
Oakley come back.
Just come back, man. Like, it's
Garden
over.
Love you. The fans love you.
We about to do this for y'all anyway. We about to do this for y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna win it, but regardless. But Oakley, come on back. Give the fans that. You walk in that building one time, and the love you're gonna feel, all the other stuff will go away. But then some people just like that. But get over that stuff with Patrick. Remember, Patrick didn't come back for a long time because they never offered him a coaching job. They never nothing. But Patrick had to get over that.
Man, listen, we had Shumpert on the sideline. We know he was secretly rooting for the Cavs.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. So where we at?
I mean, then he went one with them.
Yeah.
He was secretly like, I mean.
So where we at?
I seen his face trying not to be too hyped when the Knicks was doing something.
Nah, he
standing there with the stern face. Like he recruiting. You seen him.
I'll leave something alone. Something to the Knicks. We'll be on Kids Corner.
Kids Corner. Talk to us.
We got clap. We got Kids Corner. Or we got to introduce Bree first.
You know what I mean? We got Bree for Kids Corner. Make sure you get her mic ready.
Oh, yeah.
My mic sounds nice. Check.
Make sure you like, comment, put in the comments anything you want to address.
Okay. Hey y'all, it's Bree. I'm back again.
Hello, Bree.
So the first question we have today, we have a couple questions. We have quite a few questions today.
Quite a few.
Woo.
The first question we have for today is, what preparation should the Knicks be making going into Game 1 against the San Antonio Spurs?
On the gas.
I say, what is it? No, I ain't gonna say that. What was the other saying? All gas, no brakes. Nah, that means you help the skelter. No, I said preparation as far as stay sharp, like be in the gym. Everybody on our team now knows what their weakness is, and everybody on our team now knows where they can contribute for us to win at certain crucial times of the game. That's what's important. So those are the things you harp on when you practicing and getting ready for this series. Those last 2 minutes, something, whether it's a rebound or a block out or being in the passing lane. I think you got to be prepared for everything with this young team.
And keep your emotions in check. This Game 1, you got to keep your emotions in check. The way the Spurs is coming into this emotional and young, and I'm going to harp on that because it's going to show in this series. And as Knicks, the Knicks team is emotional. OG don't back down from nobody. Josh Hart runs his mouth all game long. Brunson don't back down from anybody in Towns. He's yelling at refs all game long. You know what I mean? So y'all got to keep your emotions in check Game 1 and just let it happen, because it's going to happen. They're going to try to test out how the waters is going to go. The flies may fly or they may not. Yeah. You know what I mean? It might work in your favor. It may not. We don't know what Vegas is going to do when it comes to that part. But control what you can control, and you'll come out with the win. But you got to set the tone Game 1 and play how you've been playing, because they don't got no answer for.
See, and that's what I was going to say. Play for 48 minutes, regardless of the score. And even though they're going to make adjustments, do what you did that got you there. And then when the coach make the adjustments, or you yourself have to make a slight adjustment, then you do that. But don't look past 48 minutes in every game, regardless of score. Good question.
Thank you. All right. The second question we have for today is, what matchups are you looking forward in seeing throughout this series?
Even though they don't play each other, and I know I said all that about Cat and Wemby cancel each other out, I'm looking for the Brunson-Wemby matchup, even though they don't play each other, because the matchup I'm looking for is possession by possession. When do you take over a game, and when do you defer? And that's mostly going to come from outside from Brunson. The chess match between you and Wemby, and it's just hard to say it because Wemby's such a young guy, but he's a young guy with an old soul, and guess where he played? Where Tim Duncan played. So Brunson, y'all gonna have a chess match going back and forth, even though y'all on both different sides of the court guarding each other. But it's gonna be interesting to see, who break first.
Yeah, I'm gonna just throw a loophole in there. I think they're gonna have the upper hand either or when it comes to Wemby going to the hole. If a switch happens, it's gonna be either or. But the matchup I want to see is not gonna be like Towns and Wemby. It is Wemby and Josh Hart's, like them chirping at each other. I think that's gonna be funny to see. And Josh Hart's, man, I already know Josh Hart's mental going into the game is gonna be like, that's gonna be funny to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh shoot! Wait a minute. Another fellow Joe, thank God. I mean, praise him. But as a Spurs fan, I hear they're gonna force Josh Hart to make threes, and that did not work for the last team. We brought that up earlier. If they're gonna do that, the Spurs are gonna have a hard day.
Well, they're gonna do it. They're gonna try it, of course, through the whole game, and it's up to Josh. Like we said, it's not just because I think Coach now know if he gotta. I think Coach now know if he gotta pull Josh out, right? You can only give them a short leash to
Mm.
make them, especially if it's late in the game. But for me, and I said it early in this episode, starting the series, Josh, if they give you that, you have to shoot it because we are offensive rebounding team.
Mm.
And that's part of our offense. Even if you miss,
Mm.
we get up on that glass. But once you start holding and hesitating, and now guys are out of position, and then that doesn't work for us.
Mm.
But yes, the Spurs, there's two things they made. I don't know if the Spurs they may have too much class to hack a niche,
Mm.
right? And they may not be able to afford
No, they
getting
can
guys
afford
in foul trouble,
Mm.
like
Cleveland tried that
did,
too.
in Philly. But as far as Josh Hart, I think that's been on the Knicks board.
Mm.
That Josh, remember I said yesterday, for all them days off, Josh better be shooting 300, 400, 500 shots a day because they're going to give you a steady diet of that open jumper. And by you not taking it, feeds into their hand.
Well, if you don't take it, step in.
No, take it. Take the shot.
Yeah, take the
Because
shot.
our offense is geared around rhythm.
Mm.
We a rhythm team.
Mm.
And Josh, it's Sunday.
Mm.
Sorry, Bree. Josh, don't fuck this up. Okay, sorry. I lost my head.
Okay. The next question we have is, do the Knicks have what it takes to get the job done?
Hell yeah.
Man, listen.
Wait, what was the quote? Somebody said earlier, we ain't come this far to come this far.
Mm.
We got every element that we need. We got a big man who can go inside and outside, who's a willing passer. We got wing players who can hit the outside shot and can defend, also can drive.
Mm.
We got a gut check player in Josh Hart.
Mm.
We got some nice pieces that come off the bench, especially in guards play.
Mm.
And we got the reigning clutch player of the year.
Mm.
Can't have more than that.
Yeah, nah. I don't even think there's nothing else to say.
Khalif, you asked that again. I'm pretty sure that's where it came.
Okay. All right, next question.
You answered, Joe?
Well, yeah, nah, I go the same thing. Like, we coming in with all the tools. We coming in with the grit, the emotion, the energy. You know what I mean? Like, we got all the tools in the tool belt.
Yeah. And we got
you need that for Gotham City. You know what I mean?
And we got a coach that's willing to make changes.
All right. Our next question, you guys kind of talked about this already, but it's, how will the Cat and Wemby matchup differ from Chet and Wemby matchup?
Towns is better than Chet. Towns is, for lack of a better term, smarter. Towns is running the offense. He's just not in the offense. He's running the offense. So it's a little different when you just guarding somebody that's trying to get their spot. It's hard when somebody's looking at the other players like chess pieces and is going to pass and willing passer.
Yeah, I think too. Chet, it's the way they came into, let's say.
Come on now,
say,
Ma. She said, Miss King says the season over. Yeah, it's not over.
Miss King better be cooking that dinner. I know that.
I mean, where's my mac and cheese at, by the way?
In fact, she's making that today. Chet with OKC this year, they don't depend on him the way they did when they first got him. I think the similarity is that they both are primary to their team, but Cat is more for us. They kind of like got off of, I think OKC kind of got off that Chet bandwagon in a sense, because they used Cormit, him, and Hartenstein. He's not the main focus like when they first got him. So it's way different than with OKC when it comes to us with Cat. Cat is way more dependable and way more into the flow of the offense and into the game to make more of an impact than Chet, was. So it's gonna be a lot different. That's a good question too.
Thank you. All right, next question. With the hungry Wemby, how will y'all stop him from obtaining his very first championship?
If he's hungry, he can come over and get some of his mac and cheese. That's one thing. We'll fill him up on that. No, you can't. You can see the way he felt when they won last night. And you can see the eye in the tiger in that. And I loved seeing that, even though he wasn't our guy. You love seeing somebody that passionate and that hungry. And I attribute a lot of that to sitting down with David and Tim Duncan, having all those meaningful conversations about what it means to win in this city and the tradition of a big man coming here and not just doing it for 1 year, but sustaining it. So I don't know how you stop a hungry dog other than be a hungry dog yourself.
With a belt. Okay, that's what you're gonna get, Wendy. A belt to you know what?
That's another good question.
Listen. Right.
The last but not least, the last question we have for today is, I know we talked a lot about Jalen Brunson being in the finals. Do you think he has any added pressure to win being the face of the team?
Yeah, see, that's a
You said, does Brunson have any added pressure to being the face of the team?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think Brunson's past that part already.
I think that's a yes and no.
Thank you, cuz, for saying that for me.
What you say?
BTA.
What's
No
that?
to ass. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a yes and no question because I don't think his makeup, Brunson gives the illusion he don't care. I think that part might just be an illusion. You got to almost say, maybe because you were there first, the Knicks chose you over Cat in terms of you're the face of the team. Because they could have made them both the leader, right? Knowing when Cat came, knowing what that meant for us. So I think deep down inside, he knows the Knicks chose me. They chose me over the big fella. And I have to I got to show that. I got to show that leadership, not just to Josh and to Mikal, because I could get on them. I got to show that to everybody. I got to get on everybody. I got to be able to tell Mitch. I got to be able to tell Cat. I got to be able to tell, Deuce, what we need at this moment. And I think the pressure, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. But I don't think Brunson really honest, though, about his feeling about this team.
I think what Brunson is, the same thing with not a lot of these players, but Brunson, he's embodying that Mamba mentality, like that Kobe thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy, I want to smile, but job not done. Like we got here, but this ain't it. We got the that championship. We're not hanging the banner. This is what we want.
Yeah.
We get to the All-Star game. Cool. I like the acknowledgement. This is what I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get to Eastern Conference Finals. You want to smile. It's not over yet.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean, see, the Mamba mentality doesn't mean, because Magic and Isaiah smiled their way to how many championships. But I think with Brunson, it's the and he has that. But it's an uncomfortable conversation you got to have at times. And even for yourself, you got to be able to get on people because it's only going to help them make them better. And we live in an area where how you talk to people dictates their feeling and how they're going to play afterwards. But you got to put all that aside, and you got to kick each other in the ass. When I say each other, they got to kick you too. And y'all in a position, and I'm gonna say we, because I'm a Knick. We in a position right now to do something that how long we're not even gonna talk about 94, 99. We're talking about 1973. So we in a position to do something so special. Being sensitive is not gonna get it done. Like the guy said, a hungry dog. How do you stop a hungry dog? It's only one way, and that's to be hungry yourself. And Brunson, you got to be that, and you got to make sure they are that. Every day, every shoot around, every practice, and even at the end of the game, you got to make sure guys is hungry because Wemby is coming. You can say he here, but he bringing it every day. But we also bringing something. And I'm proud right now. I'm extra proud to be a Knick. I was proud when we was winning 23 games in Patrick's first 2 years. I still was proud. I'm prouder now. You know what I'm saying? That we might hang that banner. And I don't know how I'm gonna feel afterwards. I saw Leon and Worldwide West and them crying a week to go get there. I don't know, but I know if we win it, it's gonna be for a whole lot of reasons for me. Those are great questions, Bree.
And Jeremy Sochan, yes, he is getting a ring regardless, my boy.
All right.
I ain't mad at him.
I ain't mad at him, but I
think they
don't
got to
like
change that rule. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I actually like to see him play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you came in here today, please like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hit that notification bell because you never know when we might go live. First game, what, Wednesday?
Oh, your boy gonna be at one of them games. I already got the word. So
Can you take me?
Right now it's about me and my team right now. I might be able to get some of y'all in. I know. We'll see.
You know what I mean? They should have called me. Hold on, we got some more. David Smith, salute. Carly Towns still not getting enough credit for going to Mike Brown when the Knicks were down 2-1. Oh no, yeah, we spoke on that.
We found out that Chris Jent, the assistant coach that he was working out with on the Knicks, he told him, and he supposedly was the one that went to Mike Brown on Carl's behalf, and it worked out because Coach went to Brunson to see how he felt. Brunson was on board, and it made us a better team. It made us a way more dangerous team. So Carl definitely gets credit for that. You know, yes.
But yeah, this is Cat's team as well as Brunson's team, but it's a team effort nonetheless. You know what I mean? So,
yes, sir.
Anything else before we get up out of here? Remember, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and then we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.